Only 5 is the question, but only 5 is there. Wait, do only 5 is the question, but only 5 is there. Not do only 5 question, do all 5 question. Only for grade 11 paper, the word only was used. In grade 10 paper, it was like all. Do all questions. Okay, some of you are saying B or C, 65, more than 65. Some of you are expecting more than 80, 90, 100. But having very low expectations. Day. Above 0, below 100. That's the only possible range, anyways. It will be a number. Is it? You're so sure it won't be a letter. I was asking what's the marks expectation. Okay, let's start. Let's start. In my perspective, this was average paper. So at least you should be able to get around. I mean, majority should be able to get around more than 65 plus, more than 70 plus, and intelligent people should be able to get at least 80 plus. That's the this one. Anyways, what do you call? Probably your papers will be marked on or before 31st. I'm sorry, before 31st. It's the marking has already started, and I didn't still get any updates from them. It's not marked by me, no. It's marked by a separate set of people. So I'll be returning the paper back to you. And once you get the paper, if you feel like there is some mistakes and all those stuffs, you can let me know. It's average for you because you're the one who made it. For me, it is not average, but for me, the paper is bloody easy. It was so easy. It was just like I did the whole part two within half an hour. It was so easy. Half an hour, 1 hour, I think. No, half an hour, 45 minutes. And making the answer script. Okay, anyways, let's start. Let's start. If you all can remember your answers you all wrote, then you all can, after at the end of this, we'll be discussing the first 20 today. The next 20 we'll discuss next week. So you all can see today out of the first 20, how many all got correct. If you all have noted your answer somewhere. Can you give a piece of your brain, please? Oh, there was actually, when we were small, there was this in Hero TV, there was this like a comedy scene which was going. Yeah, there was this shop, and that shop has like several types of brains for sale. It was like an advertisement drama or something. I can't remember. So there's Chinese brain, Indian brain, Sri Lankan brain. So likewise, I'll say my brain also. Okay, anyways, let's start. The third generation computers may mark a significant shift in technology with the introduction of ICs. So they are saying the third generation, they started using ICs, it seems. These circuits greatly enhanced the speed and efficiency of computers. What technology was associated with the fourth generation computers? What was it? Exactly. Now, I'm going to ask a quick question for you. Vacuum tubes was used in generation computers. One, two, three, four, or five? Yes, vacuum tube was used in the first generation computers. Then transistors was used in the transistors was used in the second generation computer. And then IC was used in the integrated circuits. It's mentioned in the question as well. ICs were used in a third generation computers. Even if you know these itself, you can easily figure out that obviously the answer is going to be the fourth. Or directly also you can mention that the answer is going to be the fourth. So in fourth generation computers, there was two things. One is the what do you call microprocessor. Apart from microprocessor, they also had another processing as well. That is the large scale integrated circuit. Even the very large scale integrated circuit also was here. So apart from the microprocessor, even this was also used during the fourth generation computers. Clear? Anyone having any issues here? These are first lesson questions. So if you got it correct, mark it correct. Huh? So mark your answers. Those now. Some of you have the I gave you all take the question from home and go. Some of you already marked your answers on the what do you call paper as well. So if you have the paper with you, you can if you can or if you can remember what was the answer you marked, just mark a tick and then they'll ask your marks. but couldn't submit the pay. Okay, Gayatri, send me the paper. I'll just check. If you have already sent, then no issues. I'll check later. Select the correct answer when the devices in column A is matched with the use in column B. Now, some of you are coming and telling me, sir, there is two answers that are what do you call common negila. Fun fact, both of these answers are wrong. So this question would have been very easy for you all. It's like a 50-50. Either it's going to be B or it's going to be C. Anyways, let's do it one by one and check. Will you? ECG machine. It is used to what? For P, Q, R, or S? Yes. You know ECG machine is something related to what you call measuring your heartbeat or else impulses. So if you look at the answers mentioned, they have mentioned regarding heartbeat, or else, see the second one they have mentioned is regarding the impulses, right? So that is going to be Q, right? Always keep in mind ECG is something regarding heartbeat or else heart impulses, both are the same. So out of the given answers regarding the heart, they have mentioned only the option Q. MRI machine, yes, that is used to, but for PQ, PROS, the MRI, magnetic resonance imaging, that machine was used for what? Yes, that is used to capture the detailed images of the internal organs. If you want to scan the organs like parts of the body, no, let's leave it organs. Look, if you're going to scan your body, okay, if you're going to scan your body, we learned mainly two machines. One was the MRI machine. What was the other machine for scanning the body? Yes, it was your pusa. What is it? It's the cat machine. Okay, so yes, Sarab have. Okay, so that's another machine as well. But again, MRI is more clear than cat. That's the difference. EEG machine, that's used for brains. So where do we have brain here? The last one is brain. That's going to be S. And the next one, sphygmomanometer. This is another name for a pressure meter. Okay, so it measures the blood pressure. So if you see correctly, first one is going for Q. So and second one is going to P. So Q P S R. That's going to be the answer number B. Now it's already found the answer. Yes, exactly. I mean, the first shot, second answer still you can figure it out because you can say this is P and that's R. But if you find everything, it's more precise. Anyone have any doubts here? Okay, so if you feel like you mark this also, then you mark this also as a correct. Going for the next one, if you have any doubts, drop in the chat, right? What is the primary function of modem in a computer network? Connects multiple devices within a LAN. Within a LAN means a local area network. Okay. In a local area network, if you want to connect multiple devices together, what can we use? Tell me device which we can use. We learned two devices. Tell me one of those two devices which we can use in a local area network. Wi-Fi we don't use normally in a local area network. We can use, but without using Wi-Fi, we can use something else. What is it? Is it Gayatri? Exactly. You can use a switch or hub. Okay. You can use a switch or hub for this. See, they ask you to connect multiple devices within a LAN. You know what is LAN, right? LAN is a local area network, right? Mostly local area networks, it can function without internet as well, without a Wi-Fi as well. So you can use a switch or hub. So centralize all these computers. And then C, routes data packets between different networks. Okay. So now, for example, let's say we have one network here. Okay, one computer, another computer, another computer. We have another network here. Okay. I want to connect these two networks together. These are two different networks. Huh? I want to connect these two networks together. What is the device I can use? Exactly. I can use a router. What do you call this type of network as? Is it a LAN or MAN or WAN? Yes, this is a MAN. This is what actually MAN means. Okay. MAN is where you have multiple LANs connected. So this is going to be one LAN and this is another LAN. These are two different LAN networks. Okay. I'm going to connect both of them together with a Wi-Fi. So that's what I can use a router for. Next, provides wireless connectivity to devices in the network. If you want to connect to Wi-Fi, wireless connectivity means Wi-Fi basically. So there provides wireless network connectivity is basically your Wi-Fi again. Okay, that's going to be your Wi-Fi. And converts digital data to analog signals for transmitting over telephone lines. That is where your modem comes. Okay, modem helps you to connect to the internet. Right, it helps your network connect to the internet. And apart from that, we learned what does modem stands for. Okay, I told you modem stands for modulation and demodulation. Right, modulation, if you can remember, I told you something called modulation and demodulation. So in that part, if you carefully if you remember if you can remember those parts, demodulation, this modulation demodulation, something relevant to converting this data from analog signals to from digital signals to analog signals, and then analog signals to digital signals. Both can be done by your modem. So normally whenever your data is being transmitted over these cables, there is this process which happens without your knowledge. Yeah, anyways, the answer there is going to be B. Even if you all did not know the answer, at least you all can find the answer to the remaining three. Why isn't D the correct answer? Because D is talking about providing wireless connectivity to devices in the network. Okay, providing wireless connectivity. If you take what do you call modem, modem is not something that is used for wireless connectivity. Modem is wired. Actually, nowadays modems are what do you call? They are inside. Nowadays, if you take Wi-Fi router, your inside your Wi-Fi router itself, there is a modem, right? So that's a different story. But the last answer is talking about providing wireless connectivity to devices in the network. Now imagine I have here devices. Okay, these are the devices in the network. No, these are the network, and these are the devices in my network. And the person who is going to provide the connectivity for these devices is going to be my Wi-Fi, not the modem. Okay, it provides connection. If I don't have Wi-Fi, my devices will not have internet. Okay, keep in mind here we are talking about the network, the devices within the network. Yeah, devices within the network. Modem is not something that is used within the network. Modem is something that's going to connect your network. Your network, you already have the network. It's going to connect your network to the internet. So there is a connection between your Wi-Fi router and the internet, not between the devices and the internet. Between the devices is device. Between the devices and the internet, if you take either Wi-Fi router will come if it's a wireless network, or switch hub might come if it's a wired network. Anyone having any other questions there? So this is regarding your second lesson. Second lesson is one of the important lessons even in your O levels. Like it is a very easy lesson, but you have basic questions they ask from that. Keep that in your mind. Hardest question I had. What man, is very easy stuffs. I'm pretty sure you did not study, or you would have studied the last moment. Am I correct? Okay. Anyways, let's go for the next one. Which of the following list is in the descending order? When we are talking about descending order, are we talking about big to small or small to big? Let's see, is your English knowledge good first of all? What is descending order? Exactly. Descending order is from big to small. Now, when you are comparing numbers, whether in ascending or in descending order, it's always better to connect to what you call convert it to decimal. Okay, keep all of your numbers in decimal and convert the decimal numbers. Then there is less chance of you're getting wrong. Now, there's a shortcut for this question. Okay, if you notice here, the values used in all the questions are same. Like they'll use 45 base 8, 45 base 8, 45 base 8, 45 base 8, F3 base 16, F3 base 16, F3 base 16, F3 base 16, 50, 50, 50, 50, and this binary number, the same binary number repeated. So the values they have used are the same. These are the 4 values they have used. There's a small trick but you can do, right? Without converting the whole number into decimal, right? Without converting the whole number in decimal, you can try first of all converting the left side corner digit. Now, for example, if I take 45 base 8, if I'm going to convert this decimal, I'm going to multiply this value by 8 to the power 0 and this by 8 to the power 1. That's basically 1 and 8. So 1 times 5 is 5, 8 times 4 is 8, 16, 24, 32. And 32 plus 5 is going to give me 37. So that's how you, what you call, find the answer. This is how you actually find the answer of 45 in decimal. Now, without doing this whole conversion, the shortcut what you do is you convert only this left side corner digit. Now, what is the value of this digit in decimal? Number 4, what is the value of that in decimal? It's going to be exactly the value of number 4 in decimal is going to be 32. So now I know the value of this is going to be 32. Right. Similarly, if I take F3 base 16, I'm going to do the same thing. For F3 base 16, without converting the whole number, I want to convert only the, what do you call, first digit. So first digit we have is, now here I'll just show you all the full scenario, full conversion. But see what you can ignore all this, but I'm writing black color here. So 16 over 1 is 16. 1 times 3 is 3. F is normally, what is the value represented by F? The letter F represents how much? 15. So 15 into 16 is basically 5 times 6 is 30, 3 remains. 1 times 6 is 6, 1 times 5 is 5. 5 plus 11 plus 3 is 14, 1 remains. 1 times 1 is 1 plus 1, 240. Okay, so the value of this is 240. So if you convert the answer properly, you will be getting this answer is 243. But without doing the whole conversion, again, keep this number in your mind. The value of F is, the value of this is 240. When did you get this method? You mean the converting hexadecimal to decimal? That is the same method. Wherever you go, that's the method you have. I thought that method as well. Okay. So now you all know, if you take this number, the value of this digit is the number 4. The value of number 4 is actually 32 in decimal. The value of this letter F in decimal is actually 240. What is the value of this number 5 in decimal? It's 50, right? It is 50. You all know, right? If you have a decimal number like this, 257, the value of this is 7. The value of this is 50. The value of this is 200, right? So the value is formed by 200 plus 50 plus 7. That's how the number is formed, right? Similarly, now I know the value of that 5 is 50. Okay. Now let me do the binary number. Again, same step. I'm going to find the last digit number. So 2 to the power 0, 2 to the power 1, 2 to the power 2, 2 to the power 3, 2 to the power 4, 2 to the power 5, 2 to the power 6. So 2 to the power 6 is basically 32, 64. It is 64 now. Now I know in the binary, the left side corner digits value is 64, right? So if I just reorder them, I know this is 32, 50, 64, and 240, right? These are the values I know. Fun fact, with that itself, you can easily figure out that octal is going to be the first number, and second number is going to be the decimal, so 32, then 50, then 240, sorry, 64, and then big to small. So big to small means the largest is first. Largest number here is, 240. So 240 means binary should come first. Okay, binary first. The second largest we have is 64. So that's going to be the largest is F base 16. That's 240. So 240 is this. After this is the largest fellow. Second largest we have is 64. That's coming for the binary number. The third largest we have here is the 64 past 50. Okay, 50, third largest. And smallest we have here is 45 base 8, just 32. This is a way you can do this question fast. There is only one condition where this will not work. There's one condition is where, now here the difference, if I see, the difference here is basically 32 So now 32. The values are basically 240, left side corner digit. Then left side corner digit is 64, 50, 32. Now, if the difference between these two digits are very small, then only the problem will be there. Okay, if the difference between these two digits are very small, only you have to double check your answer. But in majority of the situations, it will work. Actually, what we people might do is convert everything from the beginning to the end. That is what is a correct method. Okay, but if you want to do the question faster, this is a way. There's only one risk in this question. Always check the difference between the digits. Now you can see the left side corner digits difference. There's a very big difference. You can see between 240 and 64. There's a very big difference between 64 and 50. There is not a between 64, 50 and 32. There is no big difference. That's a risk. Here there is a risk, so it's better if you can double check your answer. But this is a way to do question faster, but better double check your answer. So let me do the usual method. Why only take the first digit? To do the question faster. But again, it's a risk. So you have to be always, if you're, between 240, there is no big issue. But between these small differences, that's a bit risk. How you see whether I have to take the risk or not is like this. The value of the difference between the digits. Now, for example, I have 64, 50, and 32, right? The difference between these two digits. Okay, now this is 32. No? So between these two digits, it should be less than half. Less than half meaning, for example, half of 32 is 16. No? Half of 32 is 16. So the difference between 50 and 32 should be less than half. Now 32 plus 16 is going to be 48. So not a risk. Again, these are all advanced stuff. I'm not going to tell you all that part, okay, about the risk stuff. But that's the way you can do this question quickly. Just giving you all a small hint. But let's do the normal usual method. So 45 base 8, 53, F3 base 16, and then 50, all already know the value. Let's now convert that binary number. 100, 10, 10. So 2 to the power 0, 2 to the power 1. Yes, exactly, Shoha. 2 to the power 2, 2 to the power 3, 2 to the power 4, 2 to the power 5, 2 to the power 6. That's 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. So answer is basically 64 plus 8 plus 2. So 8 plus 2 is 10, 74. Now if you order them in the descending order, you see 243 is largest. Second largest we have here is 74. Third largest we have is 50. Fourth largest share is 37. So 243, that's the value of F3 base 16. 74, that's the value of this binary number. 50 decimal, 37 is the value of that 45 base 8. See, correctly, even in this method, I got the same answer. There's a small risk there only if the values are different are there. But again, doing such questions is a small trick you can follow if you're running out of time. But if you once you're done with your paper, if you have extra time, just go and double check your answer. Anyways, all of you are clear here of how you do this kind of questions. There's two methods. The second method is only the most suitable method. Like this method, whole conversion is the most suitable. As long as you understood that method, more than enough. But if you all want to take risk like me and have fun, and you don't care about your marks, then you all can do that first method as well for fun. Anyways, anyone having any questions here? No, today only 20 MCQs. Okay, next. If you have any questions, of the chat. Okay, so if you all also got that answer, B, mark it as correct. Next one. Which of the following statements are not true? Some of your this are true. Read my questions always probably because I like to confuse you all. Okay. So you can see I'm asking about not true, which means I'm indirectly asking you all which statements are false. One of you all again asks, sir, they are not given the option D. No. D is correct. No. Why can't I select D, killer? My mouth is telling to tell that bugger, Ade, your answer is wrong. I was like, if there's a mistake in the paper, circle it, killer. I just left it off. Anyways, I can feel you, Gayatri. Okay. BCD is used to represent only decimal numbers. Is that statement correct? What do you all think? The first statement, is that correct? Yes, that statement is correct. The word BCD stands for what? Binary, coded, decimal. Okay, we are coding the decimal in binary. BCD can represent only decimal number. BCD is a type of coding system. So we have BCD, ASCII, EBCDIC, and Unicode. These are the third lesson questions. Huh? These are four types of coding systems we have. So BCD is a coding system that can be used to represent decimal numbers only. Keep that in your mind. So that statement is correct. ASCII can represent 256 characters. First of all, tell me in ASCII, how many bits are used to represent one digit? Yes, in ASCII, 7 bits are used to represent one digit. So if 7 bits are used to represent one digit, then 2 to the power 7 characters can be represented. So 2 to the power 7 is equal to 128. So that statement is wrong. Keep in your mind, BCD is using 4 bits to represent one character. ASCII is using 7 bits to represent one character. EBCDIC is using 8 bits to represent one character. And Unicode is using 16 bits to represent one character. Yes, Ilma. Okay. The third statement. Unicode is limited to representing only text and cannot be used for symbols or graphic data. Is that statement correct? Yes, sir. No, that is wrong. Okay. If you take Unicode, Unicode can be used to represent text, symbols, characters, emojis, sound, like pixels, everything. So Unicode can represent more than 65,000 different characters, right? So basically, that answer is wrong. I didn't understand why B is wrong. The reason is because in B they are saying it can be you represent 256 characters. If you take ASCII, it can represent only 128 characters. It can't represent 256 characters. Only we then EBCDI said that bug is only used to represent 256 characters. So that answer is wrong. Next, when you type A on the keyboard, the binary code for A is 1000 blah blah. Wait, one thing. This is a question regarding ASCII. Okay. In ASCII, A is represented using number how much? Capital A. What is the number used to represent capital A? Yes, it is 65. If you convert this 65 to 7 bits, in decimal it's 65. If you convert this to 7 bits, 64, 32, 16, 8, 4, 2, 1. This is the value of ASCII, value for the letter A. And is that the value given? Yes, see, that's the value given. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, that's the value given. So that statement is also correct. So if you see, they are asking the statements that are not true. The not true statements are B and C only. So is the option called B and C only? Yeah. This is going to be the answer. Is that clear of you? How did you convert it to ASCII? Decimal to binary conversion. ASCII, in ASCII, what happens is, first of all, for every character, you're going to assign a value. So numbers means already have a value, but the letter A has a value of 65. The letter B has a value of 66. Like that, every number they are given a value. This is already given. Okay, it's a predefined value. And then what happens is, if you want to find how these values are represented in the computer, normally in computers, numbers are represented, what you call values are represented in bits. So ASCII is where the bits it's going to be represented in 7 bits. So if I want to find the ASCII value of letter A, I just convert this to decimal and make sure my answers are 7 bits. So if you count and see, there are 7 bits here, and it's in binary. Got it, Amna? I put the true and I was searching for letter D. I told you all, no, majority of you don't read the question properly. You all are thinking the statement that are true killer. But the question is that are not true. Anyone having any questions here? I'm going for the next one. If there's anything, drop in the chat, okay? Why not easy for us? That's because you all do not read this question properly. You all don't read the questions properly. You all want to somehow finish the paper and go home. Am I correct? You all don't want to. Your motive in all of doing the paper is not to get the answers correct. Your motive is somehow to finish this paper quickly and go home. That was your motive. I had to finish this paper quickly. So if your motive is that I had to finish it quickly, then you can't expect to get it all correct. But if your motive is somehow I'm going to get everything correct, then you would have got it correct. I have a big question. That why did you did this so hard? To have fun with you. If I'm going to make the paper easy, then there is no point of making the paper. It's easy actually. Majority of the questions are easy. Few questions only put the hard thing. You gave questions from the Moola Muruku. Anyways, next one. Okay, what is a logic gate represented by the following circuit? Perfect. Now you can see a person. This is for this you need a bit of science knowledge. Huh? This is representing what? Bulb. Good. What is this? Yes, it's the battery or else cells. And then this A and B, what are they? Yes, they are switches. Now, if you look at this circuit, if both A and B, okay, there are two switches now. If both of these switches are open, okay, if both of these switches are open like this, like how it is, will the bulb be on? No, it won't be on. So basically, when A is open, okay, and B is also open, which means they're not connected, okay, light will also be off. Let's say A is not connected, but B is connected. A is not connected, but B is connected, something like this. Let's say B is connected like this. Now, will the bulb be on? Yes. Now the bulb is going to be on. See, there's a flow of current, right? The current will come like this from the current, and it will go from down. There's a proper flow of current, so bulb will be on. Let's say A is on, that means A is going to be connected like this, but B is not connected. So A is connected, B is not connected. Now will the bulb be on? Again, yes. Why? The current is now going to go from up. Let's say both are on. A is also on, B is also on. Now will the current work? Again, yes. Now also if both are on also still has a current flow. So what is the gate in where something like this can be seen? Where you can see when any of these inputs are present, output is present. If any of these input are one, output is one. What is the gate? Any. Exactly. It's the OR gate, right? If I convert this wrong and correct to zeros and ones, it looks something like this. If I convert that wrong and what you call correct to zeros and ones, say 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, and then 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1. These all get simple. Oh my god, just now I realized. I put and wow. You on earth did you give this just before the exam? I was praying that this should not should come because I this should come or should not come. Should not come. Nice. For a small connection problem, I registered for Zoom first and came. Why is this? I don't know. I also put AND gate. Did you all even like think that this is how the question is basically? Nikang Atalege, you put AND gate. It was given in the textbook. No. In the textbook for AND gate, they have given a different diagram. In the tutors, I have given the diagram. Go and check. AND gate is where it's something like this. For AND gate, I think they gave you. I always forgot the diagram. But AND gate, where you have to put both the switches on. That's you run it. Exactly, Gayatri. It's the Maya Sandhya. I just mark without thinking. When did you think and mark a question, anyways? That fellow copied. I cannot remember. I was discussing a question in that first term paper, first term paper discussion, second term paper discussion. In second term paper discussion, also a question like this was there. Not this question, something like this. The telling the circuit was wrong or something. I told her that bug is directly copied from the textbook and pasted or something. Can I remember I was making fun of that examiner. Is it Amla? Do you understand now, anyways? Serial connection. Serial connection for AND gate. Exactly. Correct. You is correct. For AND gate, it was a serial connection, not parallel connection. Something like this. This is how the AND gate works. And then they had a something like this. Only the AND gate was there. So here now both A and B both has to be on. So let's see. This is how the AND gate works. Nice. Anyways, all of you are clear with this? Why do people try to connect science with everything? Actually, if you want to be good at IT, you got to be good at three subjects. One is ICT. See, one is maths. One is science. One is English. English means you got to be very, very good. Maths and science, Poddak, if you are good, ICT is very easy for you. Science is only physics, not bio and chemistry. I'm talking about physics. In science, if you're good at physics, easy, better. Anyways, next question. Is it Gayatri? Okay. Which of the following is equivalent to the above circuit? Let's see. Now, if you look at this, how you do these kind of questions are like this. Now, just try with different values. I'm going to try here with 0, A is 0, B is 0, and C is 0. Okay. If all three inputs are 0, first of all, tell me this NOT gate, it will convert 0 into what? Yes, the NOT gate is going to convert the 0 into 1. Okay. And here we have directly the 0 coming. Here also we have directly 0 coming. Now tell me for an AND gate, if one of the input is 1, other two inputs are 0, what will be the output? Output is going to be 0, right? Let's test with the remaining ones and see what could be the correct answers. So 0, 0, 0. AND gate, what will be the value? 0. NOT gate will make the AND gate what? NOT gate will make the 0 what? Into 1. So can the first diagram be correct? No. Now this is how you find that the first diagram is wrong. Maybe you'll understand how I figure out that the first diagram is wrong. Similarly, let's go for the second one. 0, 0, 0. What will be the value of this first AND gate? 0. Okay, now we have a NAND gate here, but before that, first of all, tell me, for AND gate, if both the inputs are 0, what will be the output? Both are 0, 0. So NAND gate, if both the inputs are 0, it should be the opposites. What is it? Exactly. Ilma. It's going to be 1. So can the second one be correct? Again, this is how you do these kind of questions. Now let's go for the third one. 0, 0, 0. Now 0 will be converted into 1 by this NOT gate. AND gate 0 and 0 is 0. 1 and 0 for the AND gate. What will be the value? 0. So could C be a possible answer? Yeah, Murshida. Yes, C could be a possible answer, but we can't exact tell C is the correct answer until we check D. So let's check D and then decide. Okay, because sometimes if C and D both are giving the same answer, then we have to try with different values. Like for example, A is 0, B is 1, C is 0, something like this. We have to change the value and find. First of all, let's check with D as well. 0, 0, 0. If in an AND gate, if both the inputs are 0, output will be 0. Here they have given the NAND gate. So in NAND gate, what should be the output? Exactly. NAND gate will give you 1. Now from the down, you're getting 1. Up, you're getting 0. So 1 and 0. What will be the result of the AND gate? It's giving 0. Now we have 50-50 option. Answer can be C or answer can be D. Now this is where we have to change the values and check. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make A1 and B and C 0. Now if A is 1, okay, the NOT gate will make this 1 into what? 1 into 0. So these two are 0. AND gate, if all three inputs are 0, output will be 0. Now let's just test this with the answer C. 1, 0, 0. First of all, the NOT gate, it will convert the 1 into 0. So we have 0 here. AND gate, if both these inputs are 0, output will be 0. Second AND gate, when both these inputs are 0, output will be 0. So now you can see that it's matching. Let's check with this fellow. 1, 0, 0. Okay. Now 1 is going to directly come here. So 0, 0 already we know that this bugger is going to give 1. No. Second AND gate, when one of the input is 1, other input is also 1. That's going to be the result. It's going to be 1. So can D be correct? Can D be a correct answer? No. Okay. This is how you do these kind of question. It's just the elimination method you follow. Okay. You just eliminate answers. Always in MCQ, if you want to get 100 marks, it's not about knowing what the correct answer is. In MCQ, if you want to get 100 marks, you should know what are the wrong answers. Because if you confidently know these three answers are wrong, then obviously you know the other answer is going to be correct. That's how you do these kind of questions. Clear, all of you? You can do the Boolean expression way as well. This is one of the methods. You can use Boolean expressions as well. But always Boolean expressions will not work. Now here the question is very easy, right? But I can make this question a bit harder also and give you, which y'all are too small for that. So what do you call this is one of the methods. Again, Boolean is also correct. Obviously, I need 1 hour to do this question. Why, man? Is it so hard? It's okay, come on. For that, our brain should process. That's the problem. What time does why Arham why? Can you please show us the Boolean expression way? Yeah, sure. In Boolean expression way, you just write the Boolean expressions. Now, for example, A, when it goes to the NOT gate, A becomes A dash. B and C as it is comes. So for the AND gate, it's going to be A dash dot B dot C. This is going to be the output of this AND gate because one of the input is A dash, other input is B, other input is C. Right? Likewise, if you go and do the first question, here you get AND gate will give you A dot B dot C because the inputs are A, B, C, AND gate symbol is dot. And NOT gate will convert this into opposite. So that's going to be A dot B dot C whole thing dash. Right? Next one, if you see the question B, here we have A, here we have B dot C. The whole thing is going to be A dot you can ignore you have to put brackets here, but you can ignore the brackets as well. Whole thing dash. Okay. And if you go for the next one, here A is going to go to NOT gate, A is going to become A dash. Here B and C will go for the AND gate, so B dot C. And that's going to be A dash dot B dot C. And the last one, A is coming directly here. This is going to be B dot C whole thing dash. And that's going to be A dot B dot C whole thing dash. So luckily in this question, what happens is the question's Boolean expression and the answers Boolean expressions are the same. But in very rare scenarios, it's like this. In majority of the scenarios, they twist it and give it to you. So for those who ask the Boolean way, this is the way you do it. Clear? Okay. Any other questions? Is that lucky? Your wish. Whatever, these people are just as heartless as you, so no worries. No. Actually, all your questions are very easy. Only I make hard questions like that. And certain provincial papers. Whatever is very easy. Next. Browsing the internet can be considered as an example of what type of communication? Anna, it's like this. Okay, Hannah? Normally, can you remember part in the second lesson we learned something called as client server network? Can you remember this word client server network? Second lesson we learned. Okay. In client server network, how it works is basically the client will send something. What will the client send? Exactly. The client will send something called a request. It will request for data. When the client requests for data, the server will give you something. What do you call this as? Yes, it's called the response. Now, is this a one-way communication? Is it only one way the communication is happening? No. So you can eliminate this is wrong. Okay. There is a two-way communication here. But can both of them communicate parallelly? No. But can both of them communicate one after the other? For example, you talk first, after that I will talk. Likewise, can they communicate one after the other? Yes. First of all, a client will send the request. Once the client sends the request, then the server is going to respond to it. That is how half duplex works. In half duplex, both can't speak at the same time. But after the one person completes his speaking, other person now can start speaking. That's something like half duplex. Got the idea, all of you? Actually, did I tell you all that the grade 10 MCQ is harder than the grade 11 MCQ? Did I by any chance tell it to you all? No. So I was making the paper. First of all, I made the grade 11 paper. Okay. But then, bro, TV remotes are simplex. See, but then TV remotes are simplex. In that too, it shouldn't be half duplex. In TV remote, who and who are the communicating people? In TV remote, who and who are communicating? You and TV. You can talk to the TV. It is not you and TV. It is your remote and TV. Remote is sending a signal to the TV. Is the TV giving any signal back to the remote? No. So it's only a one-way communication. Got it? Okay, fine. Perfect. So when I was making the paper, I made the grade 11 paper first. It was very easy. Patta is the grade 11 paper is more easy. MCQ especially very easy, yeah? Because they have lots of questions, no? So the questions they have in grade 10, first four lessons question, you also have. Those are common for both. Then I was like, how can I fill this gap? Now I have asked them questions from the remaining chapters of grade 10 and grade 11, first four chapters. Now I fill that gap. I was searching for question. My hand is going towards hard questions only, easy questions. Then I was like, okay, let's make it more easy. Kila. I made your question paper a bit easy. So not it's so comparatively, if you compare the grade 10 and 11, your 11 the 11's MCQs are very easy for them than your because they have lots of chapters. You all have very few chapters. So within that few chapters, I had to make the question angle mangal to make sure I can ask more questions. So that was the story of making a paper. Your paper MCQ is really hard for me. That's because MCQ is where you have to think. Part two, where you don't have anything to think. It's just direct answers. Let's see. Let's see. I'll check the average marks and then I'll decide what is the border for the gift. Let's see. Exactly, Gayatri. Next question. According to ASCII coding system, if the letter D can be represented by the binary value blah blah blah, the letter can be represented by what? Okay, so if you want to find, first of all, what you do is you convert this binary to decimal. That's the easiest. So if I want to convert this decimal, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. So to convert that to decimal, 2 to the power 0, 2 to the power 1, 2 to the power 2, 2 to the power 3, 2 to the power 4, 2 to the power 5, 2 to the power 6. That's going to be 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. Ching, 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 ching. It's going to be equal to 64 plus 32 plus 1, 60, 70, 80, 90, 96, 97. So they have mentioned here 97 is a value equivalent to which letter? Letter D. So if D is 97, then E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M. To come to M, you would add 9 more values. So 97 plus 9, that's 106. So 97 is D, 98 is E, 99 is F. Likewise, if you add and go, you will be getting 106 as M. To find the what you call binary value, I mean ASCII value, you convert this to binary. That's basically just divide by 2. 2 times 53 is 106, 0 remains. 2 times 25, 2 times 26 is 52, 1 remains. 2 times 12, 13 is 26, 0 remains. 2 times 6 is 12, 1 remains. 2 times 3 is 6, 0 remains. 2 times 1 is 2, 1 remains. 2 times 0 is 0, 1 remains. So answer is basically 11010110. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 base 2. Yeah. So double one answer is this. No. That's not the answer. That's not the answer. Okay. I did a fun thing here, I guess. What do you call what I have done here is I have not given the answer in binary. I have given two binary answers, and both these binary answers are not matching. So to convert this to hexa. Let's convert this to hexa and see. In hexa, it's represent 4 bits. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 is basically 0, 1, 1, 0. Aniteka 1, 0, 1, 0. To convert binary to hexa, again very easy. 1, 2, 4, 8. 1, 2, 4, 8. Cut where is there is 0. Here it's 10. Here it's 6. 10 is equal to A. So answer is basically 6A base 16. This is the answer. Did you imagine why I asked them to give you all a A4 sheet compulsory in the beginning itself? To do all these workings. I was shocked that none of you all asked more than one A4 sheet. Okay, because you had so much of workings in this paper. It's like a maths paper more than IT paper, I feel like. Anyways, tell me I have a clear how I did this question. No one did the workings. Yeah, everyone would have put 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago and would have done this question. I'm pretty sure I totally did it. Is it? We calculated in our mind. Wow, what a mind. Anyways, anyone having any questions here? For 8 B's answer, right? For 8 B's answer, yes. Okay, next one. Actually, because it's 9:30, I'm going to do the class until so only the 10th question I'll be discussing today. Why did we divide by 2? Because what we did here is these 97 and 106 is there, right? These are the values in decimal, right? So if you take the letter M is equal to 106 in decimal. The letter M is equal to 11011010 in binary. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. To convert to binary only, I divide this decimal by 2. And hexadecimal, it's basically 6a by 16. How did you know that m is 106? The question gave me the value of ds. Yeah, the question told me d is this no. So what I did is the question gave me d in binary. I converted this to decimal. So now I know d is basically 97. Once I convert that to decimal, I know d is 97. So if d is 97, in ASCII, e is going to be 98, f is going to be 99. Likewise, if you go and find, if you go one letter by one letter, you will be getting ms 106. Correct? Perfect. Anyone having any other questions here? Okay, next question. Aman is downloading some past papers, and each paper is 5 megabytes. If he has downloaded 25 papers, what is the total size equivalent to? Now, this is a maths question basically, not an IT question. I feel like it's a maths paper more than IT paper. This is you have learned proportion in maths. This is like proportion question. One apple is 5 rupees. They're asking how much is 10 apples. So they are saying one file is 5 megabytes. So if one paper is going to be 5 MB, okay, what is the value of 25 papers? Nihla WhatsApp me sent. It's going to be 5 times 25. One paper is 5 MB. So 25 papers are going to be 5 times 25. So 5 times 25 is basically 125 MB. But will I make the paper so easy for you all? No. Right? So that's where the trick comes. Now you got to figure out what is the value of 525 MB in other values. Okay. Now if you take these values and go in these, measuring units, we start like this. We have bits, then bytes, then megabytes, sorry, kilobytes, then megabytes, then gigabytes, and then terabytes. Okay. So if you take now options given here, they have given KB, bytes, bits. Okay. These are three options, right? Out of the KB, bytes, and bits, what is the closest to MB? Exactly. The closest to MB is KB, right? So first of all, let's convert it to KB. Okay. Now when I'm going from MB to KB, am I going up or am I going down? Exactly. We are going up. When we are going up, did I ask you to multiply or divide? Can I remember in a company I said we're now going down only, your salary gets divided. Salary goes, going for a bigger and bigger position, it's going to get multiplied. Exactly. Okay. So if you want to find this value in KB, you have to multiply this by 1024. So the same value in KB, it's going to be equivalent to 125 into 1024. Okay. So you can see the answer I gave here is 125 KB, but the correct answer is 125 into 1025 KB. So based on that, tell me, can the first answer be correct? Obviously, no. Now, what is the next closest? Is it bytes or bits? Exactly. The next closest is bytes. Again, for bytes, we're going up. So because we're going up, we're going to multiply, right? So what I'm going to multiply is, I'm going to multiply this KB value. Okay. I'm going to multiply this KB value by 1024. So that's going to be basically 125 into 1025. 1024 is a KB value, no? To get it to bytes, I'm going to again multiply by 1024. Now this will give my answer in bytes, right? If you see there's two options for bytes, let's see what's going to be correct. None of the options they are given as 1024. Now, first of all, tell me, can we represent 1024 in the powers of 2? Can this 1024 be represented in the powers of 2? Yes. 2 to the power, how much is 1024? 2 to the power 10. So you can simplify this and write like this: 2 to the power 10 into 2 to the power 10. Now you have to use a maths knowledge. Using a math knowledge, tell me if the bases are same and you're going to multiply. What do we do for the index? We exactly we add them together. So 10 plus 10 is going to be 20. So now 125 to 2 to the power 20. That's basically answer C. This is how you do these types of question. Like I told you a while ago, to be good in IT, a bit of maths, a bit of physics, a bit of lots of English is required. Nothing IT will be a bit poddak all for all. Again, you don't have to be a great scientist in maths and science. Poddak, if you all have basic knowledge, you're good to go. Okay, out of these 10 questions, if you all can remember your marks, if you all remember your answers, tell me how much did you all get out of 10 for now? And if you have any questions, drop in the chat. Huh? The stupid thing, I was struggling so much just to find out whether MB or KB comes first. I gave you all a song for that, no? Didn't I? Not a song, actually. Actually, I created one stupid thing. You can make your own this one. I can know I made something using the word bited. Something bited, some gold, something I made once. I can forget it. Because I can remember the order. 8, 9, 10, good. After this question, RHS is. I should tell him that what do you call see most of you got wrong because you're bad at maths. Should see his reaction. 7, 8. What I can't remember. So okay, shape. I use that in 3. I haven't read some questions properly. Yo, bad life. 7, 7. Everyone needs to send the marks. If you can remember your marks, anyways, your marks is going to be marked, and I'll be checking. I'm just telling for now. If you all can remember what are your answers you all marked, what do you think your guest mark should be? When it goes up, we should multiply. If it goes down, we have to divide. So for everything, how this works is, if it goes up, multiply, down, you divide. And one thing, for everything, it's going to be 1024 except the first one. Whenever you come across the word 8, sorry, but the word bits, keep in mind about the word number 8. Apart from bits, others all, it's basically 1024. 1024, 1024, 1024. Okay, Hannah? Ah, yes, Big Brother Ken made green to purple. That was what I gave. I think for online, I gave Big Brother Ken. For Vellavat, I gave something regarding gold, some gold, and I even forgot what I gave. Man. I used the word killed. It was like killed my gold toy, something like that. I think Big Brother killed my gold toy or something like that. I mean, I even forgot. Man. But for all I gave, Big Brother Ken made green to purple. Are you rechecking the paper? You're rechecking the papers, right? No, no, I'm not rechecking the papers. Like, there are around 200 papers, man. You think I'm so jobless to check all of your papers? There are two staffs who will marking your paper. I'll be giving you all your papers after it's marked along with the answer script. And I'll be discussing the paper separately as well. So if you feel after you get the paper, if you feel like, sir, my answer is correct, but they have put wrong, you can come to me. I will correct it. I even memorized nibble. Yeah, one nibble is equal to 4 bits. Good. Only a good student can remember. See, Gayatri is appreciating herself. Good, good. Others also told some of us just told me the answer. It's Big Brother can make the into purple. Unit 5 isn't. I told Unit 5 is not coming for the paper. I sent you all a big guidelines. When you all read the guidelines, the guideline was there only from lesson 1 to 4. We are done with the discussion. If you have a question, you can stay and ask. Otherwise, you can leave. From question number 11, I'll be discussing next week. 9:30. Who are they, bro? Who are the staff who will mark? I have my IT staffs too. Like I have two set of paper marking stuffs. One is urgent stuff, one is not urgent stuff. So the urgent people means they'll mark one day, one day. That last times the grade level O level 23 papers we marked in one day. Morning we start marking, evening we send the marks to the front. In 24 hours, alas. But those all are only in what do you call very important scenarios. Now there are two other people who are marking. Can you show me the answer to the first question? Yes, sure. Here is it. Can you tell that song again? I never knew it. It's basically Big Brother Ken, Big Brother Ken made green to purple. So how it works is B stands for bits, and B here stands for bytes, and K stands for kilobytes, M stands for megabytes, G stands for gigabytes, T stands for terabyte, and P stands for petabyte. How will you send the marks? Physical class friends, they'll be getting the marks paper in the physical class itself. Others, they'll be getting the PDF, marked PDF through WhatsApp. So make sure that in your what do you call website, your contact details all are correct. And I'll let you all know when I send the marks so that you all can check. Is it Murshida? I didn't read the question properly, so got 4. Sad life. Unit 5 marks. Unit 5 physical I actually gave. Only I think I didn't give you all yet, right? I'll be giving you all the marks today, don't worry. Today and tomorrow. Okay, anyways, anyone else having any other questions? I think I answered everything. What time will the class finish? It's already over, man. I told no. We are done with the questions. From the 11th onwards, we'll be discussing next class, next week. Have you marked them? The physical all are marked, except very few. Online, not everything are marked. Only few are marked. Very, very few. Once it's marked, I'll let you all know. Within, if possible, within today means not now, in the midnight. Because my night is basically between 12 to 4. Then we will get it tomorrow, most probably, yes. Yes, I all similar, yes, I'll be getting tomorrow. Unit test, not the term test. Okay. Any other questions? Yeah, in the meeting, if there's any questions.